Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. In case you weren't aware, over the weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, or if you're in the UK, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, there were two really good cards from Mexico on DAZN, and absolutely both were packed with action. I mean, go and see these cards because if you love your boxing, I mean, this is the place to be. Um, and one of the best ones. Well, I'll get to the scoring later, which I thought was very questionable. But it was the chief support for the Zepeda Gesta fight, and it was between Victor Morales Jr. and Edwin um, Palomares. And going in, Victor Morales, undefeated, 19 wins, 9 KOs. He's got a draw, but no defeats. Um, and Palomares, a bit of a patchy record, really. Um, 18 wins with nine stoppages or knockouts, 4 defeats going in with 1 stoppage defeat and 2 draws. So clearly this was a test against a battle-hardened 27-year-old Mexican fella, Palomares, for the young Victor Morales, who is clearly being groomed as a big star. He's 25 years old, from the US, but with Mexican roots. And this was for the WBA Intercontinental featherweight title, so it gets you a ranking. But what a terrific fight, what a terrific war it was, because Morales he evidently had the better schooling, the slicker skills, the more precise punching, the more accurate punching. But Edwin Palomares, very colourful, half of his hair's pink and the other half's black, and very sort of garish looking attire. But he's a tough guy. He brought it. These guys are featherweights, by the way. Orthodox fighter Palomares, as is Morales. But the fight starts and Palomares comes out. He almost accepts from the word go, I can't outbox this guy. So I'm just going to go at him and let the leather fly. And he did just that. And Morales, very good at countering. Lots of nice sharp 1-2s. Was catching Palomares, but at the same time, Palomares not deterred. The rounds were ticking on. It was very much a give and take fight, depending on what you like. Do you like the industry of Palomares, or do you like the slicker, well-schooled, more educated and conventional punches from Morales? And then we got to the 6th round, and there was but I should point out actually there were some swellings. Certainly on the let me get this right, on the left eye, more prominently on the left eye, but also on the right eye, above Morales' eyes. And you got the feeling that Palomares was getting closer and was beginning to sort of grind down Morales. And then I think it was the 6th round. There was what was called a headbutt. I think it was a headbutt. I thought Morales was pushed to the ropes, and there was an uppercut that sort of split the swelling. It sort of grazed the swelling, opened it up, and suddenly there was blood pouring out of Morales' eye. And that was a rough, tough round. And you felt, okay, the tide has turned now. The first half, maybe Morales won more rounds because of his better, cleaner work, but he's being ground down. It's the water on rock effect, getting the guy out of there. But you'd reckoned without Victor Morales fighting heart, and this was a big test. Excellent matchmaking, because it took this guy into waters where he wasn't comfortable, and he was able to swim because he came back very well, clocking Palomares. Palomares, by the way, was landing some very good body shots, which Morales, to his absolute credit, soaked up very, very well. Palomares, again, able to go forward and land his own punches, but defensively not that great. Morales kept his head, didn't panic, and was able to counter-punch his way back into the fight in the second half of the fight. And then the 10th round was a thing of absolute fistic, brutal beauty. I mean, by this point, Morales had really taken over with his boxing, and he was clocking Palomares very regularly and taking the sting out of Palomares. And he almost stopped Palomares in the final round, almost stopped him. He had, to his credit, Palomares, as tough as nails, wasn't going anywhere. He was wobbling all over the place. Morales was tearing after him. If this had been a 12-rounder and not a 10-rounder, you would have thought, well, Morales is going to stop the guy. But with this type of fight, back and forth, you just never know. You just never know. And now we get to the decision, which was unanimous for Morales. I don't particularly have a problem with that. I had it 96-94, which was the same as one of the judges. But the other two judges, Zachary Young had it 99-91, and Jerry Cantu had it 100-90. So that's 9 rounds to 1 and 10 rounds to 0. I completely disagree with those cards. They are way, way too wide. And even if you like a certain style over another style, I think it's very, very unfair to say that Palomares, with those body shots, with a lot of the output that he was doing, yes, he was getting caught, he was getting countered, I accept that. But I definitely gave him some rounds. I thought Morales won a couple of points, no problem with that. But to say 10-0 or 9-1, I just don't agree with that at all. But anyway, Victor Morales goes on, still undefeated, 19 wins now, only 1 draw. Edwin Palomares goes down to 18 wins, 5 defeats and 2 draws. But both these guys, I want to see them again. And really, they should have a rematch because this was a terrific fight. Really, really terrific fight. If you haven't got DAZN, try and see it another way. Try and, find a little link or whatever. But go and see it because it's a lot of fun. 10 rounds in Mexico, and they did the Mexican heritage proud. It was really, really good. All right, so if you've seen it, comments below. Let me know what you think. And in the meantime, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and I'll catch you later. Looking forward to reading your comments, and I'll answer them, of course. And bye for now.